Hello, my lovelies. I'm Carolyn from Eternal Soul Awakening. Happy Monday. I really hope that you guys enjoy this Monday message. Are there any spiritual or energetic practices that help in manifesting business goals? Meditation. That's always the answer, right? And it's so boring. It's so boring. It's so boring because it's true. That's why it's boring. A lot of people get triggered by that. Like, oh, I know meditation. I've heard that a million times. But are you doing it though? Like, are you doing it consistently? And when I say consistently, I don't mean every single day. I mean most days out of the week. Are you setting aside time to like truly try to meditate? Right? Oh, I don't know how to meditate, so I'm not going to do it. You can learn how to do anything and everything, right? If you put enough time, effort, and energy into it. Meditation is key to understand where your body's pointing you to get your desire. You want to be successful in your business, right? You wouldn't be in your business if you didn't love it, right? There's something that you love about it, and you just don't know what to do. So, meditation, first, foremost, if nothing else, practice, practice, practice. Um, and let's see what else. Mhm. Another thing is listening and acting on radical inspired action. What I mean by that is when you're thinking about things that you could do and you're in a good mood, right? You're receiving information and you're like, oh, wow, that's crazy. Hmm, I don't know if I could pull that off. That's the thing you do. Do that. If it scares you and it makes you feel like, oh, I don't know if I can pull it off, do it. That's the best thing for you to do because the scariest thing that you're thinking about doing is the thing that's going to bring you the most success. And the reason that it's scary is because you're aware of the success rate of that inspired action idea, and you're worried that you, as the human being, are going to screw it up. And that's why you're afraid. It's so in alignment. It's so perfect. It's such a brilliant idea, and probably more simple than you're making it out to be, right? Because it will work. The problem comes when we try it and it doesn't immediately work. You gotta have patience. You gotta let it happen, right? Give it some time. Keep trying it, right? And it's sort of like riding a bike or driving a car, a better driving a car, okay? When you first learned how to drive a car, that thing was jerky. I know I did. I was like, I'm never gonna get this. Eventually, you learned the flow of braking, gas, turn, how far to turn the wheel, uh, you know, parallel parking. Whew. But there's a an energy to doing that if you really think about it, okay? And this is no different. So I feel like that would be my greatest advice, right? The greatest advice from spirit is if you do nothing else in your business, then meditate consistently and do the scariest thing you can think of, you will 100% be successful. That's not saying you won't fail. Failure is guaranteed because failure gets you information. And when you start out on your business, guess what? I'm sorry to say this, you don't know shit. You don't know what you're doing. You have to fail to get the information, right? And so that's the other thing is be ready to fail. And when I say be ready to fail, give yourself compassion, give yourself grace, give yourself that patience. Allow yourself to be pissed, right? Allow yourself to be mad about it. Give yourself that processing time of the negative emotion. But because it's our business, it's the thing that we love the most. We feel like, oh, I can't be mad at it. I can't be mad at myself. I made this happen. I'm the only one here. There's no employees for me to blame. There's no boss for me to blame. It's just me. That's not true. It's you and the universe. And the universe saw what you were doing and said, you know what? Uh, in like 3 moves ahead, you're going to need to do something that you don't know how to do right now. But if I make you fail, if I set you up for failure here in this first step, you're going to figure it out. So that fourth step, flying colors, right? That's what it's for. So if you could just help yourself realize, like, when I fail, this is for my benefit. And that translates to everything else too. When we're talking about relationships, when we're talking about our well-being, if you're failing, you're learning. That has to be the mantra. I'm failing, I'm learning. Look at all the learning I'm doing. Man, I'm learning so much. I failed so much this week. And write down all the things that you've learned from those failures, right? Because we hyperfixate on what we did wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. You were shown a blind spot. You were shown a blind spot. And that is incredibly advantageous. Okay. And so, yeah, I would say that those things would be the best things to really ground in yourself. And of course, there's specific situations where you're like, I don't know how this applies. That's what we do in the course. You give me your example every step of the way, like, hey, I'm going through this, and I know you said that, but I don't understand how these things connect. I do. I do. I can see it. And that's the beauty part. So those are the things that I would suggest for that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you are interested in private readings, you can visit eternalsoulawakening.com.